like the hair, bro.
I appreciate it. We'll show it to the audience. I saw something. It's not a receding hairline. It's a maturing hairline.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
There's a
I
difference.
received that video, and
Okay, yeah, I did send it
I'm
to
pretty sure.
you.
Colin, if you get on like what is it, Bosnia or whatever, and it starts coming back, you can be the biggest winner of the week.
Yeah, like
In
a
like
human
2 years.
chia pet.
All
Hey, bro,
right.
you never know.
Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Today is Memorial Day. Shout out to the troops. Thank you for all that you do. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started with our third podcast here. Like always, I'm Colin, you got Slay, and you got Brandon. So we'll get right into it. We've got college baseball to talk about. We know the regional host came out yesterday, and just the total tournament came out today. So we'll go to Slay first. What are you seeing out there? What are you liking? What are you not?
I love that Kansas got a shout to host. They're the 15 seed, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, I don't know. I think that for the most part, and I mean, I know that all the hosts should be favored, but I feel like a lot of the regionals, the hosting team, it's pretty much no difficulty. They should come out, and that's no disrespect to any of the other teams. I just think that some of them are that good, and the two seeds just don't hold the candle up. Like pretty much all of your top eight, it'll be a huge upset if one of them loses. I think there's one there's one or two that have a two seed SEC team that could light up because I think the SEC as a whole has just been dominating college baseball this year. So there's a few of those that'll be interesting. Uh, I like a lot of the potential super regional pairings.
Hmm.
I think that those will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking at the bracket, I agree. The top eight, they're all very good. If they all advance out of their regional, they're going to be very hard to beat in a super regional. Going through some of these, the regionals that stick out to me, Chapel Hill. So in North Carolina, they're the number 5 overall seed. Their 2 seed is Tennessee, who is a good baseball team. Their 3 seed is East Carolina, who is always a good baseball team. And then the 4 seed is VCU, who, as a baseball program, is no joke. Um, that's a tough one for North Carolina. I feel like they kind of got shafted when you look at the regional right below them, which is Texas, who gets UC Santa Barbara, Tarleton State, and Holy Cross. No disrespect to those 3 teams, but I find it a little crazy that Texas is the 6 seed gets that regional, and then North Carolina as the 5 seed gets theirs. I know a lot of it has to do with location. They try to consider that when making these regionals so teams don't have to travel across the country. But that seems a little crazy to me. And then the other regional in the lower half of the 16, Lincoln, Nebraska. So Nebraska, their 2 seed is Ole Miss. The 3 seed is Arizona State. The 4 seed is South Dakota State. I don't think South Dakota State is going to do much of anything or probably put up much of a fight. But Arizona State is a very good 3 seed, an extremely good 3 seed, probably one of the best 3 seeds out there. And then Ole Miss is a 2 seed. If they had a couple things go their way towards the end of the year, they could have been a third host in the state of Mississippi. They hit a lot of home runs. If their bats are on, they're going to be hard to beat. We'll see. They've been hot and cold throughout the year. Um, I don't know how I feel about Arkansas not hosting. I think Arkansas played very good baseball towards the end of the year. Just this week, they made a run all the way to the SEC final in Hoover. Um, I believe they had 20 or more SEC wins. I don't know off the top of my head, but I would be willing to bet there's probably never been an SEC team with 20 wins in conference or in conference games, I should say, that has never hosted. It seems a little crazy to me. Going down the list, Hattiesburg Regional, Virginia, Jacksonville State. Those are a couple good teams. Gainesville Regional in Florida. They get Miami, so that's a big series down there. Troy is not bad. I'm a little surprised to see them in, being an at-large bid and only being 3 games above 500 does seem a little crazy. Feel bad for Oregon State. They have to go to Oregon. I personally think Oregon State's good enough to host, but they're not in a conference, so kind of sucks for them. And then Washington State is also in that regional. They are not good enough to host, but I'm sure they're also a 3 seed because they're not technically in a conference either.
Where
Starkville.
did Coastal end up?
That's a good question.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're one that I would say,
Let's see. I've got
depending on where the regional is, and they could match up pretty well with a lot of teams across the board. So they could be on upset watch as far as coming out of their regional. I don't remember exactly
yeah.
where they were put.
Here we go. It's in the Florida State is the 10 seed, and they're in the Tallahassee regional. Yeah, Coastal
Yeah,
Carolina is
that's
always a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They're a tough one. They match up with the Alabama regional. That regional has Alabama, Oklahoma State. That's a good team. And then the 3 and 4 seed are SC Upstate and Alabama State. I don't really see either of those schools putting up a challenge. There will be a 4 seed that wins a game. It happens every year. Some 4 seed is going to pull an upset and put probably a regional host or a 2 seed either on the brink of elimination or eliminate them. I don't know which one it's going to be. Going down the list, there are some good ones. St. Mary's could do it. Holy Cross could do it. St. John's could do it. Somebody's going to do it. I don't know who it's going to be. But yeah, so I got my losers in college baseball right now, unfortunately, have to be Nebraska and North Carolina. I feel like they got extremely tough draws when someone like Texas didn't, but should be a good week.
Yeah, I
But
think a lot of the SEC teams honestly got pretty good bids because
uh,
either they got not weak regionals because like a lot of these teams are good, like they're seated there for a reason, but I think that they got definitely definitely better regionals than some of the other schools, but then also the 2 seed SEC teams got put in regionals where they probably match up against them pretty well.
yeah,
A fun one to watch, and I'm just biased, but the Starkville regional is going to be pretty fun because those are 4 teams that just hit the ball. Like
yeah,
you're not going to have pitching duels really in that tournament. So unless Mississippi State's pitching, which they can be lights out at times, but if they're where they can go deep into a ball game, they'll probably make it out of there. But those 4 teams are going to use their bat, so that'll be at least a fun one to watch.
yeah. And out of the top 9 current odds to win the whole thing, you have UCLA at number 1. They're going to be hard to beat. And then of the remaining 8 teams, 6 of them are from the SEC. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, and North Carolina and Georgia Tech are the other ones. So, we'll see. Obviously, Vegas loves the SEC and ACC's chances this year, but that's why you play the game. So, I guess we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Um, Before we move on, too, shout out to the Mississippi State softball team for making it to the Women's College World Series. Pretty cool. Never been done before in program history. So
They've never won a super regional game up
that's
until that
awesome.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. And now they've won 2.
Yeah, I think the impressive thing about that is not only did you make it, you beat the team. Like you beat Oklahoma, who
Yeah.
is
So I don't know if y'all know this, but the Mississippi State softball head coach. Now I don't know if this is her first year, or second year, but she used to play at Oklahoma for that coach, in which she beat to go to the World Series
Really?
in a
oh,
coaching matchup. I heard that today. I thought that was pretty neat. That's
It is cool.
yeah, Oklahoma. That's a tough softball school, so that's an impressive win for sure.
Mhm. All right. Well, now we'll go into the NBA. We've got the Thunder playing the Spurs and the Cavs playing the Knicks in the conference finals. Brandon, we'll talk about the Cavs and Knicks first. Not much of a series, but what you got to say about that?
Really nothing. It's been a pretty bad series, honestly. I've got it on the TV over here, and New York is currently up 25 with 9 minutes to go before halftime.
God.
So Cleveland has completely quit.
They didn't start.
No, they never got going. And I actually felt like Cleveland, with how they had played the first couple rounds, I actually thought that they could win this series. I think I might have said that they would win the
Yeah,
series,
I think
but
y'all both did.
I did
from
too.
game
Yeah.
from
I thought
game
they were going to
one,
whole thing.
yeah, from game one, that became painfully obvious it was not going to happen. Yeah, they're down 23 right now,
Yeah.
so there's really nothing to talk about there. It'll be pretty wild in New York over the next couple weeks, especially when the NBA Finals makes it back there. So
Mhm.
I hope they've got a lot of police out because you're going to see some things out there.
Well,
Yeah,
with that then,
The
yeah.
Cavs and Knicks series. I don't want the fact that the Cavaliers just didn't show up for this series to take away from the how good the Knicks are playing, because I kind of think that that's the main narrative going around right now, because it's true, is like, James Harden completely not showing up for the conference finals. You've got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who are two of the better defender, probably the best defensive pairing in the league. Like when you think of just two guys in the starting lineup playing defense in the paint, it doesn't get much better than those two, and just not being able to make anything happen or be a dominant defensive force like they should be. But like Jalen Brunson has had one of the most quiet, elite postseason performances that we've seen maybe ever. Like the fact that nobody's talking about it, because I feel like there's just bigger stories and flashy ones. Like we've had multiple game sevens. People are talking about those. Knicks are sweeping. We're not talking about that. You
Mhm.
have the Thunder and the Spurs, which are putting on a generational Western Conference Finals up until this last game. People aren't talking about just how well the Knicks are playing. Like Brunson's averaging this series alone about 33, 32 points a game, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and then Karl Anthony Towns is averaging a double double against the pairing of Mobley. So I mean, they're just playing really good basketball. But I think the biggest thing that this series boils down to is a curse. Y'all know what I'm referencing at all?
I don't think so.
There's a curse that's been laid upon the Cleveland Cavaliers leading up to this series, and I'll show it to y'all. I'll share my screen real quick. We'll see how well this works. I'm going to share here this clip on YouTube of WWE superstar Danhausen cursing the Cleveland
For the
Cavaliers.
Knicks, winning streak. That sounds wonderful. I do have
Ooh.
a special mission I've been sent on. It is for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. To let them know that they are cursed.
Oh, man.
So
Makes sense.
I'm not a very superstitious guy, but
I am. So that
Since-
makes
This-
since being cursed by Danhausen, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been absolutely dominated. So
Yeah.
just throwing that out there. But then going into the Spurs and Thunder series, it's ridiculous. My heart can't take it. But this is some elite basketball we've got going on. Game one, obviously going into double overtime, just awesome. You see one of the ballsiest shots that I've ever seen out of a center, much less a 7'5" player, taking a near logo three at the end of a game,
It was beautiful.
just straight cash to tie the game up, and one where I personally thought it was wraps. I thought it was over. There's a few seconds left in that. I'm pretty sure that was in that overtime period. It's been so long ago now, but I pretty much thought that game was over. I was like, man, OKC, they really stuck it out. And then Wembanyama, 2 seconds into the possession, logo three, and then they go and end up winning that game. That was awesome for them to steal one in Oklahoma City. Not awesome for the Thunder. Then games 2 and 3, OKC just showed their bench depth. Uh, Personally, I think that they outcoached the Spurs as well. Mark Daigneault, he's won Coach of the Year for a reason. So definitely outcoached the Spurs there, showed their bench depth. And then Game 4 happened. One of the most abysmal performances by Oklahoma City that they've had in the last 3 years, probably. I mean, at one point in the third quarter, like halfway into the third quarter, they had one field goal made, and that field goal was the very first one, the very first basket that they took in the third quarter they made, and then they didn't score like well into the second half. So this is an embarrassing shooting night for them. And one where they really played good defense. Like Wemby scored 33, but they held the Spurs to like right at 100 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they played a really good defensive game, and, I mean, they just couldn't score to save their lives. So they really need to turn that around coming back home. But series tied up 2-2. Obviously, Thunder's got home court advantage going in for the rest of the series. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Kind of like we all said, it's a very clear path seeing this to go to 7 games. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Colin, do you have anything you want to say first?
I just, I watched a few of the games, seen a few clips and stuff, and it's just, it is just a dogfight, really. And I don't see it going any other way other than 7 games for sure. And I don't know, it's been good to watch. I will say I've seen some clips about Shea and his shooting and all that stuff. And there was one thing I saw where it was like he's taken the most shots and ended up on the ground like after those shots, like out of like everyone by a long shot. And so I will like, and even watching it on Wednesday, I was like, what is he doing? I think he's trying a little too hard to get fouled. And there's some clear ones where they get called for a foul, but then, they barely even touch him. So, but I
I
mean,
mean, you're going to get a foul called on you when you're getting double teamed every possession. So
maybe, but it just is what it is. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think it's been a good series as the Cavs are now down 27. I would think it's probably going to go to 7 games. We'll see. Is Game 5 tomorrow?
yeah,
I think so. Yeah, Game 5 should be a good one. Should be a good one. I think probably whoever wins Game 5 will also win the series, whether they win it in 6 or 7 games. But yeah, it's been a good series so far. Colin, I do agree kind of with what you're saying. The only thing I don't understand about Shea sometimes is like he's got so much talent. Okay. He doesn't have to play the way that he does. Like he doesn't have to do it at all. Like the clip of him, I guess it was last night, one of the first possessions of the game where he fell back on the ground, but De'Aaron Fox didn't touch him.
Right. Yeah.
And like he could have got contact by not doing that, but he threw himself away from contact, still somehow got the foul call. Now I get it. OKC was off all night last night. That did not affect the outcome of the game at all. But I find it annoying to watch. And it's not just Oklahoma City that does it. There are plenty of teams that do it. They catch most of the heat for it because they tend to do it more than some other teams. And when the MVP of the league does it, you're going to get more attention drawn to it.
I mean, people want to hate on the best team in the league. We did it whenever the Warriors had their dynasty going on. People have hated on LeBron, even though he's been the best player in the league for many, many years now. People are going to take the best and they're going to nitpick it. Also, the media is going to post a few possessions from the game. If you're watching the full game, it's not as often as that happens, and there's egregious ones where people are getting fouled and they don't call it, and then they call really dumb fouls. So we can blame it on the players however we want, but especially last night, there's some on both sides of the ball where the players are getting absolutely hacked going up to the basket and they get no call. But then there's another possession where people are getting barely touched and they're calling a foul, whether that's Wimby or SGA, and then that's the ones that the media get to go post. Like, that's just how it is. That's how it's going to get painted. Like you said, Brandon, everybody's doing it, but somebody's got to be the bad guy. So,
yeah. What I don't understand from the other team's point of perspective, say from the Spurs' point of perspective, or whoever it is that's playing against them, if you think that, we'll use Oklahoma City for example. If you think that they're drawing fouls that you're not actually committing, okay, you might as well foul them and get your money's worth and put it in their head like, you can drive at me, you can try to flop, but I'm going to let you feel it. I don't know why teams haven't started taking that approach. I get it because the idea is you don't want to foul. But if you're going to be calling these fouls, like last night, we'll use the De'Aaron Fox example on the play where he didn't even touch him. If for any reason you think you're going to get called for it, hit them and make them feel it. At least make them think about it. It can't hurt you if you're already going to get called for that. I just don't like seeing it, whether it's OKC or any other team in the league, because that's just not the type of basketball we grew up watching. That's why I don't like watching soccer. I don't like watching any soft flop anything. It's one reason why I feel like baseball is pretty true to how it started, because you're not going to see stuff like that. There's no opportunity to. Even the NFL at times, I mean, you have these receivers that really sell pass interference calls at times that weren't really pass interference. It's just annoying to watch because I feel like you're taking a lot of the aspect of talent and things out of the sport whenever you start trying to draw fouls. And I get it. It's an easy way to help your team in any sport, but I just don't like watching it.
I get that. Last thing I'll say about that, and just like, when we're talking about the Western Conference Finals, I just want to point out the fact that the Spurs have a plus 25 free throw differential through 4 games. So we can read what the media is saying all we want, but through 4 games they've shot 25 more free throws. I'm not using that as an excuse for Thunder at all, but if we're going to bring up fouls and foul baiting and stuff like that, that's a pretty big differential there. But
fair enough. All right, well, now we'll go to Brandon with his lock of the week. Brandon, what you got for us?
Yeah, so tough week this week, right? There's not a lot going on. I can't make an NBA selection because this series right here is almost over, and I currently have a prediction already going for the Oklahoma City San Antonio one. I'm not going to make another pick, so we're just going to go simple here. Looking at tomorrow's MLB slate, as in Tuesday for whenever this video gets posted, May 26th, the Atlanta Braves just came off their second series loss of the year. They travel up to Boston for a 3-game series. Game 1, they have Spencer Strider on the mound. They are favored by 1.5 runs. You can get this on DraftKings right now at plus 160 odds. Best team in baseball as of now, record-wise. They will win that game tomorrow by 2 or more runs. I think Spencer Strider has a great game. Their offense needs to wake back up after a terrible showing this weekend. Hopefully the day off today will do it. The Atlanta Braves tomorrow win by more than 1.5 runs.
Good pick. Good. All right, well, now we'll get into our biggest winners and losers of the week. So, Slay, if you want to get us started with your biggest winner and loser.
The biggest winner is going to be myself because my wife just plated some fresh cookies.
Heck yeah.
So that's huge.
Can we see one of the cookies by chance? Okay, thank you.
He's going to get...
Sorry, didn't mean to make you get up and walk away. I just want to.
No, it's okay. I wanted to eat one anyway.
Look
at that.
Yeah, that's like Can you flip it over to see the back. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it should look.
I agree.
Dude.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 month of marriage today, so I get chocolate chip
Dude,
cookies.
congrats.
Thank you. Turn up.
Is that like going to be a monthly occurrence?
She's shaking her head no. So
Well, that's
potential biggest loser for next time is no cookies. But we're also leaving for Mexico this week, so double win
Dude,
for
heck
that.
yeah.
Has it really been a month?
Dude,
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's been a month.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then biggest loser is anybody who watched the third quarter of the Game 3 Western Conference Finals because you witnessed like a combined 30 free throws.
What's new?
Dang.
It was a miserable quarter to watch. I think before that quarter was over, the Spurs had like 17 free throws in that quarter, and I'm pretty sure the Thunder had double digits as well. Just it was just really hard to watch. That game had 66 free throws total.
It's a snoozer.
Dude, what?
66 free throws
Holy
total.
crap.
But
It would have been funnier if there was like one more, but yeah.
Okay. All right, well, Brandon, dude, go ahead with your biggest winner and loser.
All right, I'll start out with my biggest loser of the week. It's actually on my TV over there. It's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. What a shame. They had a great season, and going at a halftime, they are down. Let me do my math. They're down 20 still going into halftime. The series is over. I hate that it's going to take away from all the success Cleveland had over the season. Nobody's going to remember it at all. We'll see where they go this offseason, but that's truly a shame that that's how they're going to end a great season. And it looks like they've just given up. They're not even trying out there. Biggest winner of the week is going to keep it sports related this time. I'm very excited for the college baseball regionals and potentially the super regional matchups. I think those could be very good. Obviously, all the one seeds aren't going to win their regional. But theoretically, if they were, it should be really good. And I'm excited to see how these play out. I think college baseball has been on the rise, and there's going to be a lot of eyes tuned into regionals, super regionals, and then the College World Series in a few weeks. So I hope those teams can go out and play good and keep that momentum up.
Heck yeah. Well, my biggest winner of the week is going to be Seth, Slay's younger brother. Um, he's
Yeah.
been searching for a job for a while, and I'm like truly searching. And this past week, he finally did find a job. So super happy for him, and he seems excited about it too. So good for
job
him.
reveal.
Do we want to?
Well, hey, we'll let him show up on the
He'll,
next one.
he'll be on the next episode.
We'll let him
He-
show up in his uniform.
Okay, bet. So yeah, congrats to Seth this week. And then my biggest loser, again, I won't say the name of it, but it's gonna be my gym. What gym? I mean, I get it, I do, but what gym is
Were they closed
closed?
today?
Yeah, what gym is closed on Memorial Day? Like I get it, I do, but like man, like Memorial Day is the day of the Murph, you know? And it's like I wanted to go work out today and I couldn't. So
I get that, I
I
guess.
just, I mean, so I get why they were closed, but at the same time, like, I wish I could have gone and worked out today.
I
But
get that because like there's a barbecue place brand new right down the road. And I really wanted to go try it for lunch today. Like I got up, got ready, specifically left this apartment to go try that barbecue place. Drove 20 minutes down the road, completely closed. I was like,
It's
come
the
on,
exact
man.
same as a
I mean,
gym
yeah,
being
so
closed on Memorial
yeah,
Day. That's
like
that's the exact same.
you
I just
feel my
wanted some
pain, Brandon.
brisket. So then I had to settle for Central, but settle.
Okay.
That was just a shame, right? But
Yeah,
sorry, I just had to throw that in there since you mentioned it.
yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, now we're gonna go into we've got a little snake draft tonight. We're gonna be picking our top gas station items. And so Slay and Brandon were a little curious about the draft order last time. So now we're gonna do it live. We'll do it live. Anyway, so What I'm gonna do, Slay, you're gonna be 1, Brandon, you're 2, and I'm 3, and I'm gonna tell Siri to pick a number between 1 and 3. You ready? Pick a number between 1 and 3. It's 2. All right, so Brandon gets the first, and pick a number between 1 and 3. It's 3. So the order is going to be Brandon, me, and then Slay. So, Brandon, get us started with your. We're doing
Three.
3 picks. Yeah, all right. Get us started with your top pick here.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm honored. I didn't expect to have the first pick, but I'm glad I can hold this weight. The gas station has a lot of good options, right? But I think I'm gonna have to go with the classic candy, specifically the M&Ms. I love stopping at a gas station, getting a pack of any type of chocolate, but my personal preference is the good old M&M. Whether it's regular peanut butter, peanut M&Ms. I'm gonna go with the M&Ms at the gas station.
All right.
It's a good safe pick.
Yeah, safe for sure. I don't see how, Brandon, you didn't think of this and pick this,
I'm afraid I fumbled. Actually, now that I
but
think about it.
there is a gas station out there that we all love and enjoy named Buc-ee's. And
Which
just
Buc-ee's?
Whoa, okay.
I don't know if we're counting Buc-ee's.
are you kidding? It's a gas station.
That's
You
a
get gas.
convenience store, a hotel, gas station, everything in one.
Brandon, Nora is nodding for a yes, so I think that we're gonna have
Thank
to
you,
allow
Nora.
this.
Thank you.
We're
Can
gonna
I
have to do
restart?
we're gonna have to do
No.
some better clarifications on this next time because I
Oh
agree.
my
Where
God.
he's going with this is very
I
very
thought it
Bucky
was a
specific.
clear that, Buc-ee's is a gas station, seeing as they got a million gas pumps
I was
outside
thinking,
their
I mean,
store.
I'll get it. I didn't clarify before, that's my fault. But I was thinking like you're driving down the road, you stop at the Shell station, That's
Okay.
fine. Go
You know
ahead.
what? In
No,
all
no, 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 no,
fairness,
no, no.
no, it's okay. I got.
Nora's made the call. She nods.
No, that's fine.
Bucky's
All
is
right, all
allowed.
right.
That's fine.
Thank you,
That's fine.
Nora. But I got to go the Buc-ee's brisket sandwich. Classic. Can't beat it. That's my pick.
Dude, that's like LeBron James joining the draft after the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, Brandon, I thought I could have sworn you would have picked that.
I would have, but it is what it is. It's fine.
That's good. I'm going traditional gas station here, and this may be a reach. I may be swinging too early, but I just think that he's a big hitter, and I think after the brisket sandwich just got introduced to the draft, I'm gonna have to go with the pickle pouch.
Yikes.
Okay.
No?
Not my
I can
thing.
say I've never gotten one before.
I'm sure it's somebody's thing, but it's not my thing.
Wow. Well, it should be your thing because it is amazing. They've got different flavors. We've got at least 5 different flavors of pickles. Those things are girthy. They are juicy. They got pickle juice left over in the bag after you eat it. This is an elite gas station snack. And if you've ever had the hankering for a pickle driving down the road and you go to a gas station and see yourself a pickle pouch, it's perfect.
Just an honest question, Slay. When was the last time you had one?
A few years, but I love them.
Okay.
All right.
Fair
It's been a
enough.
few years since I've been to a gas station, all right?
Slay, well, you're back up again.
Well, now I'm scared. No. I'm not. I was confident with my number 1 pick, even though it's misunderstood. I think that that's one that's gonna be looked on in a few years as a big sleeper in this draft. But yeah, moving on to my second round pick, I'm going with the OG Kangaroo gas station Roo Cups.
Okay. It's a good pick.
Little 25-cent refill through the summer. Those were absolute money. Always came in clutch. Hot summer day, hanging out with the grandparents, and they're like, "What you want?" I want a big old Dr. Pepper. Take me to the kangaroo station. I'm dropping the cashier a quarter, and I'm getting an ice cold Dr. Pepper in my root cup.
It's a good pick.
Good pick. All right. Well, I gotta get I think this is another good pick here. I'm going with the $1 to $5 scratch off that you can get at the gas
Oh.
station.
I
I
like
mean,
that.
like, we all just graduated recently. We would get those about once a week or whatever, come in, scratch off. Maybe not
Did
you guys.
we?
I don't know.
I
But
don't know
they were,
that.
I didn't know that we did that.
oh, well,
Maybe Colin did that. We didn't
I
know.
mean, yeah.
Did you ever win?
I've won a few times, yeah. It's cool to when you get to win, but you only win like $1 to $5. I think I've won like $50 one time, but that was maybe like a $5 one. I don't know. But that's
Okay.
my pick. The scratch off.
That's good.
All right. So for my second pick, I'm going to go with, I want you to think it's early in the morning. All right. Like it's 5:30. It's 5:30. It's real early. Maybe like if you like to go hunt, maybe it's a cold winter morning. You're on the way to hunt. Maybe it's a hot summer morning. You're on the way to work. Your stomach starts rumbling, right? And you're like, man, I'm hungry. You stop at the gas station for the gas station breakfast.
Yeah.
The gas station biscuits, I guess I can only speak for the South. I don't know about anywhere else in the country, but gas station food is like a delicacy. Those breakfast biscuits, now you have to be careful. You do not want a long car ride after you eat one because they will tear you up. You're going to need a lot of toilet paper, but it is a good breakfast sandwich in the morning.
So are you going specifically breakfast sandwich?
So if I had to go specific, I'm going to go with the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit
It's a good
from
pick.
the gas station.
Good
You know, the sausage biscuit is good, but gas station, bacon, egg, and cheese.
You're foul, but good pick.
It's better if it's from like some old rundown gas station that couldn't pass a health inspection.
The grosser, the better.
Yes, exactly.
Fair enough.
All right. So with my next pick, so I've gone chocolate, gone breakfast. I'm gonna have to go with driving down the road. It's a hot day. You're like, man, I'm thirsty. You stop at the gas station, and you walk past the slushy machine, the fountain drinks. You walk over to the cooler section, open it up, and you grab that cool blue Gatorade. Take it up, check out. Best Gatorade flavor there is, by the way. So we're gonna go with the cool blue Gatorade from the gas station.
Are we getting a confirmation here that you are Gatorade over Powerade?
Okay, so it depends on the flavor for me. For blue, yes. For orange, Powerade is better. I'll tell you, the most slept on Gatorade flavor is, I don't know what actual flavor it is, but it's the yellow flavor. I do the colors, I think it's lemon, lime, or lemon.
Yeah.
That one. It's very slept on. But I go back and forth on the Gatorade, Powerade. It depends on the flavor for me.
Okay. Good pick. Well, with that, I think I'm about to win this draft here. But imagine, like you said, Brandon, a hot day. You get off work, you walk in, you pass the slushies, you're right. You pass the cooler section to all those drinks, and you go to the beer cave. Okay. And you walk in and it's chilled in there. You're like, and you grab yourself a nice, 6-pack of Miller Lite. And it's it's peak. So that is my pick, is going to be beer, aka Miller Lite.
What was your second pick?
We are over 21, by the way, too.
What was your second pick again?
Scratch offs.
So your three choices were Buc-ee's, which is questionable at best, Buc-ee's brisket, scratch offs, and beer. That is a pretty crazy trio. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's definitely
blue collar man at the gas station. What can I say?
That is what you are.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Collar blue, his neck is red.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, Colin, you probably would win that draft if I had the opinion of a degenerate. I think,
Agreed.
but to close out this one, I feel like my picks have been out there, but this could be a hot take too. But I'm going gummy bears, but I'm going specifically the Albanese branded gummy bears over Haribo. That may be a hot take there, but yeah, I don't want to take just gummies in general. You didn't take chocolate in general, so I'll go specific for gummies. But the Albanese packages of gummy bears are my top tier gas station snack.
Yep, that's a good pick.
It's a good one. I don't know how we're going to decide who wins this. We'll throw a
That's
poll out or something.
Or Slay, what does Nora think? If she's heard any of it.
Wow.
Well, she let you do Bucky, so I know she's been listening to some.
I hate to say this because I just called the opinions of this specific draft a degenerate opinion, and my wife is anything but a degenerate.
Oh my
But
god!
she says
Yep.
she goes, Colin.
Yep.
She
Exact.
says
Thank
Collins
you,
was the
Nora.
best draft. Wow.
Yep. I'm just gonna thank you, Nora Lucius. I appreciate that.
We're gonna get a poll out for this.
Yeah. Also, you guys listening, leave us who you think wins. But good start from Miss Nora. So, all right. Well, that's gonna wrap us up here. You guys got anything else, Brandon?
But so by the time this episode is posted, I'm working on creating an Instagram account. So for everybody listening, at Third Quarter Pod should be out by the time this is posted, and we will put out a story so you can go vote for the winner of the draft.
What is the TikTok situation looking like?
Same thing.
Okay.
It'll be out by the time that this is posted.
Sweet.
It should be the same at Third Quarter Pod.
Sweet. All right. Well, Slay, you got anything?
Nope, nothing new.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all listening, and we'll see you guys next time.